Hi everyone, and welcome to the second Imagination blog hop. I'm so glad you've joined us this morning or this afternoon. Today I'm going to do a fun holiday project with the Imagine, and I'm using the Snow Angel cartridge. So this is one of my newer cartridges, and I do really love it. At first I wasn't sure, maybe I just wasn't in the holiday mood yet, but now I am. And this cartridge has a lot of ornaments on it. Vintage looking stockings, mittens, little jackets, little snowmen. Aren't those guys cute? But today we're going to do some ornaments, some 3D ornaments with this. So I've just chosen a couple ornaments that we're going to cut out, and actually one of them is a snowflake. It's this snowflake right here. Oops, sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and layer this snowflake because I'm going to do a 3D snowflake, but I am going to layer it anyway. So to layer it, I just click layer, and then it'll give me this cut and this cut. Okay? And then I'm also going to doing blue ornaments today. I'm also going to do an actual ornament, and I'm going to do this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one, and I'm going to make this one 3.5 inches, and I'm going to make the snowflake 3 inches. So then once I have that, see 3 inches, then I'll go to my mat, and then there's my ornament and my split up snowflake, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to autofill this because to make it 3D I'm going to need more than one, and I want at least 3 of each, if not 4. And I'm using only a 12 by 9 sheet of paper, so it's going to have to fit on here. Yep, and we'll have 4 of the ornaments, and then we'll have 3 of the snowflake parts. So that will be good. So let's go ahead and print and cut this out. Okay, once we have all of our pieces, I'm going to use a scoreboard. Just score each piece straight down the middle so that we can fold it in a nice fold. If you don't have a scoreboard, that's okay. You can hand fold it. It's not a big deal. I just prefer to use a scoreboard, so I know I'm going to get a nice crisp fold. So I'm just going to line this up with any line here and just make sure that it's going to go straight. And then I'm going to go ahead and score it nice and good from the top to the bottom. That way it folds over nice and perfect. Okay? So then once we have that, then we'll take all of those pieces that match, and I've already done some scoring so that you wouldn't have to wait for that. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting these together. Now I used craft Post-it paper because it's already sticky on one side. That way I wouldn't have to mess around with any adhesive. So I'm just going to peel these backs off. And also with craft Post-it paper, Post-it craft paper, if I don't put it together exactly correct, then I can peel it apart and start over. So it's pretty forgiving. Usually I have my daughter helping me with the peeling. She loves that part. Okay, now that we have all of these pieces, we're just going to piece them together, fold to fold on one side. So for this one, we'll just piece this one together here, so it meets at the top and bottom and all the way around. And then for the next one, we'll do the same thing. We'll take one piece, one side, and we'll piece it together over here. And then for we could close it here and have a 3-sided ornament, but I wanted to show you one of each, a 3-sided and a 4-sided, so you can see the difference. So I'm just going to peel this back apart so I can put my 4th one in here. Some people might like the look of the 3-sided, and some people might like the look of the 4-sided. It doesn't matter, but okay. So we have a spot for one more. It also kind of depends on what it is. Maybe you want a 4-sided one for certain things. Alright, so there we go. There's our little ornament. It's cute already, right? And then we're just going to put a hole in the top. You can run some ribbon through it to hang it up, or we can just use one of those hooks that you buy at the store. Okay, so I'm just going to punch a hole in it, just like that. You can use a regular punch if you want, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some stickles. Yeah, let's use some platinum and some and some diamond. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, and since it's 3D, it'll sit up on its side so I can stickle it and it won't get messy. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh no, my diamond stickle doesn't wanna come out. Okay, the end. I'll use a different one. Okay, Stardust it is. Alright, so we'll just use Stardust on these little white flowers. Okay, once we have the stickles on all 4 sides, or 3 sides, depending on how many we have, we're just going to set it up and let it dry. So I'll just set it over here. Alright, and then we're going to put together one more for you. So this is the first time I've tried one that has 2 pieces, so we're going to try to do a layered one. I've got them all folded already. Put my stickles to the side. And I'm just going to start off with the outside layer. Alright, once I have that outside layer, we can put these together. And this one's only 3-sided. Matches up so nicely, doesn't it? So there's my 3-sided snowflake, and now I'm going to put the other layer on here. And I'm just going to put it right there in that crease. Just like that. And to make it stay 3D, I think I'm going to go get some pop dots quick. Okay, so let's use some dimensionals here. One on each side I think should do it. Post-it paper's sticky, but I don't want it to lay flat. So I'm just going to put a dimensional on that side. And a dimensional on this side. So there's one side. Let's do the other side. I think I'm going to put the dimensionals on first this time, now that I know that I want them on there. Okay. And I think I'm going to leave the backing on this so that it doesn't stick where I don't want it to stick, since I want it to pop up. I figured that out before you tried yours at home. So now you won't use sticky paper for that if you want to do a dimensional effect. Alright, then once we have all of our dimensional snowflakes stuck on, look how pretty that turned out. We'll punch the hole in it. There we go, I punched a hole up here. So that's where it'll hang from. And now we're going to stickle up this one. So we'll use that Stardust, and we'll use silver. Let's use silver. Pretty silver. Okay, so Stardust and silver. Okay, then we'll let those dry. Okay, so the other thing we can do is we can tie pretty bows for the top. So for one of them, I'm going to tie this brown and blue and gold. And I wanted to tell you that I'm going to be having a bow tying video that's coming out, of bow tying tutorial next week on my blog. So if you struggle with tying bows, pop on over next week to www.pinkcricut.com and you can see my bow tying tutorial. Okay, so we'll put a bow on one of these. Let's just trim this up. And I'm thinking as soon as it's dry, then we'll put it at the top of one of them. I'm not sure what, probably this one. Yeah, that'll look cute. That'll look cute. Okay. So I'm going to let those dry, and I'll just show you the ones that I have completed, and then there'll be pictures on my blog of the other two.